Right, hello guys, I think I'm live. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm live. It's Sean here from the Shankly's Boot Room, back with another video. I haven't actually been doing very many videos of late, purely because I had a medical emergency a couple of weeks back with my daughter. I think I mentioned it on my last kind of video there. And so that was that. And then, so now I've just been really, really busy. So I've not sort of caught up, but just to sort of put my points across really with regards to the season and where we're all going and everything. I mean, it's just been absolutely brilliant. It really has. You know, it's been fantastic. So pleased to be a Liverpool supporter right now. And of course, we still have to suffer the comments that I've been seeing today of Lucky and, didn't have injuries and, it's Klopp's team, not really Slot's team, all that BS coming out, but who cares? You know what I mean? I don't give a rip about what people think about Liverpool in that regard. Us fans, we know, we've been there, we've seen it, and we know exactly what's going on. So we don't need to. Now, this is all new to me, this guys. So I don't know how to work a lot of this. I'm using a different platform at the moment. So I don't know what overlay means. Overlay messages, I guess. Yeah, so if you do join me on this stream, I'd like to know what your thoughts are, really. What are your thoughts on the season so far? I mean, first of all, we have to give... why doesn't that show there? Comments will be displayed here. So, okay, show. Check out the message on the display screen, okay. Hi, the chat. I've got a clue what I'm doing here, guys, with this. There's the chat. Oh, there's chat down there, is it? Click on the chat message on display screen. Hide overlay. No. Undo. Jeepers. Right. There we are. So then what were your thoughts? I'll be with you a minute, guys. I just want to get these messages right. Send us a message. Right, okay. That's nothing. Well, there should be some messages coming up, hopefully. Send us a message. I want to. Can't get rid of that screen now. Oh, there we are. We're missing one. Right, okay, guys. So, yeah, let's not worry about that for the minute. Yeah, so going back to, our season. So we're hearing that we're hearing that we're lucky. We're hearing that it's not Slot's team, and he's just inherited a really great squad. Hasn't had to really do very much. That's another one of the favourite ones. What else are we hearing? We haven't had many injuries. all that kind of stuff. And and that's what we're having to sort of grin and bear, really. But at the end of the day, Liverpool fans don't give a rip about that, because ultimately we're there on merit. We've been the best team this year. So many even rival fans have said it, that we've just been that bit better, really, than anyone else. So, we can't sort of deny that fact. We've been decent this season, and so I've got no problem with what people think about that. um, you know. But looking back over the season, it's been an incredible year. I had my doubts, I'll be honest, when Slot first came in. I just thought to myself, can this guy really do it? I don't know. Um, you know, but I did sort of think to myself, even with that in mind, I did sort of think to myself, they must know what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? They're not just going to, I heard he had a similar style to Klopp and all this kind of thing. And I mean, he's just been absolutely amazing when he comes in. And I'm at the point now with Arnie Slot where I'm just at peace with everything with him, because I know for a fact that, like, even in game, he can change things around to try and win the game. Even if take the Fulham game, for example, where we had a player sent off, it took him a little while, but we eventually got there, and we fitted the team we put players in different positions to make up, to get through that game, if you know what I mean, And I mean, there's been others. We play with about 3 or 4 different formations. We can change in-game different formations. We can move players around, and Slot would do all of these things. And he's been absolutely fantastic, Arne Slot. He really has. Absolutely, he's been brilliant. So I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys what you think of the season so far. To this point, obviously, we're looking like we're really going to win it now, 13 points ahead. I just want to hear what you feel about the manager, what you feel about the team, what you feel about the future in terms of, like, will we keep these? Will some players be moved on? What kind of a summer we're going to have? Because there's a lot of questions that need to be asked in the future. One thing that I was thinking when I was thinking today, there's one thing that I was thinking about, and that was that I was thinking to myself, and I thought, it'd be really interesting to see what actually happens in the summer. What players actually leave? Who do we let go of? Who do we keep? Some we can sort of get a feel for the fact that they will move on because they've not really featured this season and they don't seem in his plans. So those ones are probably fairly obvious. Of course, the first thing is, of course, the contracts. Who is staying out of those? I did a stream a little while back, and I said that if they all left, it would be it'd just be an impossible summer, really, to want to try and replace the heart of your squad. But I think also on top of that, to actually just kind of like to just replace irreplaceable players. I've always felt 2 of the 3 will get done. So then it's kind of like looking at the team around that. Who do you think will actually leave the club? Who do you think will stay? What do you think Slop's team could start to look like by the start of next season? I've been also hearing from other channels and through just searching on social media and stuff, people will have Slot's number next year because now they know how he plays. Well, they don't know how he plays because this man can change 6 times in a game. He can play with 3 or 4 different formations. This guy's a tactical genius, in my opinion. Some people might not agree with that, and it's very early in his career for me to say that, but I've just seen enough now with Arnie that I just feel that that's where we're at. I just feel that we have enough about us that we are not going to falter, and I just feel that we're going to do okay. That's how I feel about it. Now, whether or not that actually turns out to be the case, I don't know, but that's how I feel. You take Gravenberch. Gravenberch has been marked out in the last few games. So what Slot did was do a box midfield. We put an extra midfielder in there, 1 to utilise in attack, 2 to utilise in defence, and 2 to utilise when Gravenberch, 3 to utilise when Gravenberch is being marked out of the game. You've still got 3 midfielders in there that can then be utilised while those players are over there trying to deal with him. You know what I mean? And that's actually helped us because it's brought in. This is how good this manager is. We heard at the end of the game against Man City, even though I don't think he actually believed it, but you had Pep Guardiola saying how wonderful it was, how much they dominated Liverpool, who are supposed to be the best team in the world at the moment, or certainly in Europe. And he said they never had a kick. We had the ball all the time. Yeah, we lost the game, but we had good possession, and I took a lot of positives out of that. Well, they had the ball because we allowed them to have the ball. It was part of Arne Slot's plan for them to have the ball. We gave them the ball, and we worked around that. If Arne Slot had wanted us to dominate the game more, we would have done. But that was all part of the tactics and all part of Arne Slot's plan. So he didn't do anything there. He didn't win anything. He didn't, he played exactly how we wanted him to play. And that's the great thing about Slot. He's controlling games so well. I don't just necessarily mean in terms of possession or on the pitch, but he's actually controlling the narratives in the games. That's how I see it. And that's another brilliant thing that he's doing there. So, yeah, it's just actually really fantastic. I don't even know if I'm going live here, guys, on my channel at least. I have to kind of check, really. Let me just have a check on another source. So, yeah, it's, YouTube is really difficult, in the beginning phases of YouTube, because with YouTube, one of the things about it is you don't go out to a large audience with a very small channel. And in actual fact, it's a little bit like a Google page, when you're on Google and you're selecting something, the highest rated things in a particular topic or field, they'll be at the top, and then you just work your way down. You can go page after page after page, finding other articles on the same thing or whatever, but they're way down because it's new, it hasn't got the traction yet or whatever. So that actually makes it quite difficult on here. But I just want to see if I'm even going live. Let's have a look and see if that's actually happening right now. Otherwise, that would be crazy. Let's have a look. Yeah, I am actually live. I think. Yeah, live stream on the 3rd. Yeah, I'm actually live. So come in and make some come in and come and give me your thoughts, guys, on the season so far. I'd love to hear from you. Liverpool channels, that's what we do. We interact, we communicate with each other, and I want to, share my thoughts, but at the same time, I want to hear your thoughts. That's probably more important than my thoughts, to be honest. But it'd be nice to hear from you guys and let me know what you're thinking about this season and how it's gone and everything else. Obviously, we're all ecstatic because at this point, it's so far down the road now. With being 13 points ahead, I mean, we'd absolutely have to be crazy to dip out from there. So that would absolutely be madness. Let me just close that window because there's a lot of noise from there. But yeah, so it's one of those things that you just look at and say, well, actually, I don't really care. I don't really care what people think when it comes to Liverpool Football Club, as long as ourselves we know what we're doing, and everything else. Then that's the most important thing for me. So we've got this match tomorrow, which I think is going to be a tough game. It's actually I'm actually surprised at how many people are actually kind of like thinking this could be quite an easy game, or at the very least, we're just. I think it's actually a really difficult game, this one, because they're playing really well. PSG. I saw them. Was it against City? I can't remember. I've seen one or two of their games this season in the Champions League, and they look blooming good. So I certainly wouldn't have them down as a pushover at all. We'll have to get it spot on. And I think when we go out there, they're going to give it their all. That's absolutely for sure. But I just want to see what's happening with these messages. Why they're not. Let me just try putting another message in there. So let's have your starting lineups for the Let me just need help. No. Let me just try and do that. No. Okay. I don't know what's going on here with this message thing on here. Can't work it out yet. Let's have a look at that. Right, so chat there. Show. Private chat. Don't know. Kind of weird. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, your team for tomorrow against on Wednesday against PSG. I'd love to know your thoughts on what the team would be. I think it'd be pretty much unchanged from Newcastle. I think really. No, Simicast started that one, didn't he? I think we probably have Robbo for this one. Simicast started that one? I can't remember now. I think he did. Well, terrible memory, guys. But yeah, I think it'd be more or less an unchanged team, if I'm honest, really. So I don't see much difference on that. Right, let's just have a look at the. Right. Okay. Overlay, it says there. New comments will display here. Okay. So basically, if you send comments in, they should come up on the screen. So yeah, give me your thoughts on Wednesday's game. I'm going to probably try and get up to the parade. I mean, we might as well talk real about it. It's going to obviously that's going to happen. So I've got putting some things in place for that. I hope to meet some other YouTubers up there, friends and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to miss that. So I want to be up there for the parade when it happens. So long way off yet, of course, but many people might say it's a bit advanced in the short. Let's have a look at what this is over here. What's this? Captions, music, notes, chat. Overlay. I don't even seem to be able to chat myself. Let me just try something else. Your team. Okay. Yeah. What was I saying? So yeah, I'm planning to do that. I want to come up there and meet the Reds up there. So it's going to be a great day out, that one. Or won't even be a day; it'll be a weekend, but or a few days. But I'm looking forward to it, nevertheless. So yeah, so I'm really happy, guys. I reckon that this is going to be a great season for us. This is like a test live session, really, because I just wanted to see how it kind of comes out. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm using some new software and everything, and I've not used it before. So I'm just kind of like using that now to get a feel for how it all works and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty good. It seems like my Sound is working all right according to this. Camera as well. So that's all good. Looks like it's a good bit of software. So yeah, like I say, let me know in the comments. I'm probably coming on at a really bad time, to be honest, really. 4:30 in the afternoon, people are at work and stuff like that, and maybe they're watching other channels, I don't know. But please, guys, help me get up this algorithm. I want to be more involved. I want to be chatting to you guys. I want to have more access. I'm a really easygoing guy. Just come and have a chat. That'd be the best. That's the real way I want to take the platform forward, of course. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Really important for me. And I think this is going out live, not 100%, but I think it is. So yeah, come and have a watch. Come and have a and join me. I'll start getting up a nice schedule together. I'm hoping to collab with a few other people as well, just to sort of advance the channel a little bit more that way. And you know, and of course, let me know who's been your favourite player this season. I think mine's probably been Gravenberch, because I would have never have expected him to have been that good. Even though we speak about him dipping off a little bit in the recent weeks, but he's been fantastic. Gravenberch, really, really fantastic. He's just been amazing. And six isn't his natural position, although he's played there before. I think not in Germany, but before. And I think he's just been amazing. I think he really has. He's slot. So that's the position for you. Come in. He came in. He just took to it so well, and it's been amazing. And he is a lot of the reason why we are where we are. If I'm honest, the way we've controlled certain games, been being marked out a little bit more of games in recent weeks, and I think he's probably dipped a little bit. But that's fair enough. That's understandable. He's played a lot of football. And I would say that actually Slot will be able to sort that out, by this box midfield as an example. We'll bring other players into it, and then people will soon get fed up with marking him, and he'll get his moments and freedom in games and stuff like that. That will happen. So I've been on for 22 minutes and spoke about absolutely nothing really much, apart from fiddling around with all these messages over it, this message box and all the rest of it. But anyway, as I get used to all this equipment a bit more, I start getting a nice calendar together where I'm going to be actually going live and get some different shows going. So we'll have the Shankly Boot Room podcast. So we'll perhaps get some guests in on that one, hopefully, and we can have a good chat about games or different aspects around Liverpool, or maybe even from the past. By the way, I'm hoping to get some people, even from Shankly's era, around on the channel, which would be good. Because for those of you who don't know, if you've not subscribed to me, my channel has a focus of not Bill Shankly as such, but the principles of Shankly. So I like to focus in on what he stood for as a manager, and what he wanted from the players and from the club and everything, and that kind of dominance that he expected, really, from not his players, but from the staff and from everyone working around the club. He had high expectations, and that just was him. So that was definitely him. Anyway, I'm going to now dip out of here, and all I ask of you really is that you please just subscribe if you can, and just like the streams, so I can come a bit more up the viewing list a little bit, so I can get a bit more interaction between myself and you guys. It's very, very difficult when you start out on YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of Liverpool channels out there. I have a great knowledge of the club, by the way, guys. I've been supporting this club since 1974, and I don't think I'm too extreme on half of my views, but I'm very passionate about the club, and I want the best for it. And anything that gets in the way of the best of it, I will mention it. Of course I will, which is why I've had my moments with FSG and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, but I just want to get a bit more interaction going, and get a community of people together. So please do like and subscribe, and we'll take it from there, really. So I'll catch you on the next one. I probably might do a build up a bit later for the PSG game. So, and I might pick my team and everything. So watch out for that one. We'll see what happens on that. This was just a sort of testing live stream where I actually go live and see what happens, really, which has not been very much. So anyway,